it's an illness.
Yeah.
It really is an illness. People can see if you've got a broken leg and they go, oh, you've broken your leg.
Yeah.
But you can't see what's in your mind, and in my opinion it can be worse.
Yeah.
Because wherever you go, your mind's with you.
Mm.
And it's a powerful thing.
For a while I used to get maybe kind of 2 or 3 episodes a year where I'd have maybe an episode of hypomania that lasted a couple of weeks, and then that was followed by a sort of episode of depression that would last a couple of weeks as well. So it was always the hypomania followed by the depression. Sometimes with me there can be a pattern, but it just seems to change quite a lot, and in some ways it's difficult to manage because of that, because I'm not quite sure where things are.
I wouldn't even know that I'm actually becoming manic. It might be just thinking that, oh, I can push the envelope a bit here, I can spend a bit more money, I can go out another night, I can work until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sure a couple of hours sleep will be fine because I can make up for it the next day. It's always putting things in the bank, in that kind of mental bank that we keep, and thinking I can just push the envelope a bit more. It gets to a point where this builds up to a critical mass where you just simply can't cope anymore, and then you slam down into depression. And when I get to depression, then I really tear myself apart thinking, why did I even do that? Why did I kid myself into? And then all the negativity comes through about, oh, you're such a bad person. You shouldn't be dominated by this kind of thing. Why did you do that? Really, really self-blaming, totally.
People assume that it's highly manic, highly depressive.
Yeah.
And although there are episodes, it's it's not as easy to track as that.
The term bipolar can be a little bit misleading actually, because I don't think there are just always 2 poles of being depressed and being manic. I think
sounds like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can kind of have states where, I think a lot of people think that when you're depressed you're really sad, and when you're manic you're really happy. But you can be manic but not be really happy. You can feel really agitated and really kind of frustrated. So I don't think it's quite so simple as the kind of 2 sides to a coin that maybe some people think it is.
Being bipolar doesn't mean to say that I'm necessarily a depressive person or a pessimist or those kind of things. And I refuse to let my condition even dictate what kind of person I am.
Stephen Fry was saying, it is like the weather in your head. And when it's raining, it is raining. You have to believe that it will get bright the next day. You have to accept that it's raining, it's bad or it's good. But you just have to be hopeful rather than trying to fight it, because it can't change.
If you've got that network of people around you who can support you, particularly when you're depressed, it's so important. If people don't hear from me, they'll phone me up and I'll just be able to say, I'm just in that really bad place at the moment, and they completely understand.
When they're trying to have a laugh with you and you're just not in the mood and you can't snap out of it, it's nice for them to understand and be patient. And I think with people that understand, it means they can adapt their conversation or their mood or interaction with you. So it puts less pressure on you, and you can still have a laugh or try to, but only when they truly understand and work with you.
Yeah.
And that really does help.
And sort of helping me kind of balance out my moods and sort of stay well, there's been quite a few things that, I've now got a kind of package of a few things that have kind of helped. One of those is definitely my medication. I've also had CBT in the past year, and that again, I think is a really kind of important sort of tool. When I'm depressed, I really kind of try and not kind of catastrophise, and I think that's something that I really kind of learned in CBT. And it doesn't make the sort of depression go away, but I think it kind of helps. Writing a to-do list before I go to bed of what I'm going to do the next day, and it might just be really simple stuff like kind of go to the shops, get up, get dressed, make yourself a nice lunch, just because otherwise, especially at times when I've been off work, I'll just wake up and think, what's the point of getting out of bed? Whereas at least if I've got a list there of things to do,
It's keeping busy, isn't it?
Yeah.
The routine, I think, helps.
Yeah.
Simple things like, as you say, waking up, because you want to stay in bed if you're feeling depressed. And I think having plans, meeting friends, maybe doing a bit of a job for someone, or it helps. A routine really helps keep stability and normality, I think.
Even if it's just, you know, just something simple as sort of showering every day, or something like that, and going to the shops and going outside, making contact with another person, even if it's just buying, you know, something from the shops. You know.
Simple things like that, and normality and routine help.
Yeah.